One morning every November, an entire country holds its breath. Planes are grounded, the stock market opens late, banks wait, construction falls silent. Police motorbikes scream through the streets, not chasing criminals, but rushing students who are running late. All of it for a single exam. More than 500,000 teenagers sit down at the exact same moment for an 8-hour marathon that many believe will decide the rest of their lives. It's called the Suneung, and the scene around it looks almost unbelievable to outsiders. But the real question isn't what happens on that one day, it's everything that comes before it. The years of studying that turn childhood into one long preparation. So why do Korean students study so much? The answer isn't pressure from parents or strict schools. It's something far older and far harder to escape. Part 1. A childhood measured in study hours. Meet Jiwon. He's 17. On an ordinary day, Jiwon finishes regular school in the afternoon, and then his second school begins. It's called a Hagwon, a private cram school, and he is far from alone. Around 78% of Korean students attend at least one. Many start unbelievably early, most by age 5, some as young as 2. After public school, Jiwon studies at Hagwon late into the night, then comes home to study more. In 2022, Korean families spent a record 26 trillion won, about $20 billion, on private education alone. For Jiwon, free time isn't really free. It's just study that hasn't been scheduled yet. Part 2. The one day everything points to. All of it builds toward one morning, the Suneung, Korea's national college entrance exam. For 12 years, students prepare for this single test. 8 hours, back to back, one shot a year. And the country reorganizes itself around them. Flights are paused during the English listening section, so no engine noise breaks a student's focus. Younger students gather outside the gates at dawn, cheering their seniors on. A late student can flag down a police car and be raced to the hall with sirens blaring. Why does an entire nation bend around one test? Because of what it unlocks. Top scores open the door to the country's most elite universities, Seoul National, Korea, and Yonsei. Together, they're called SKY, and those universities admit only a tiny fraction of all test takers. In Korea, the Suneung isn't just an exam. For many, it feels like the gateway to the rest of life. Part 3. A society built like a ladder. To understand the studying, you have to understand the stakes. In Korea, which university you attend can shape far more than your career. It can influence your income, your status, even who you marry. It's what people sometimes call a credential society, a place where the name of your school can follow you for life. Picture the whole country as a single, narrow ladder. Everyone is told to climb the same one, and the Suneung decides how high you start. When that much rides on one rung, of course, families pour everything into the climb. Studying isn't seen as optional, or even as pressure. It's seen as survival. The strange part is, this didn't start with Hagwons or modern Korea at all. Part 4. A tradition 1,000 years old. This story begins more than 1,000 years ago. For centuries, Korea used a system of national exams to choose its government officials, an idea rooted in Confucian tradition. Passing was extraordinarily difficult. But for those who did, an exam could lift an entire family's status in a single generation. Sound familiar? Study hard, pass the great exam, change your family's fate. That belief is centuries old, and it never really left. The civil service exam of the past became the college exam of today. The scholar officials became the SKY graduates. Korea didn't invent its education fever overnight. It inherited it. Part 5. The machine that can't slow down. Here's what makes it so hard to change. Every family knows the system is exhausting. Surveys, headlines, even the government all say the same thing. It's too much. The government has tried to cool it down for decades, capping Hagwon hours, reforming the exam, easing admissions. But each reform tends to just move the pressure somewhere else. Cap the cram schools, and parents hire private tutors. Ease one exam, and competition pops up earlier. Now even 4- and 7-year-olds face entrance tests. Because as long as everyone believes there's only one ladder, no single family can afford to stop climbing. If your child steps back and everyone else keeps going, your child falls behind. So the studying continues, not because anyone loves it, but because no one can be the first to let go. Ending. So why do Korean students study so much? Not because they're forced by one strict parent or one tough school, but because a whole society agreed over centuries on a single story, that one exam, one ladder, one climb decides a life. It produced one of the most educated, hard-working nations on earth. And it asks its children to pay for that, in years, in sleep, in childhood itself. Which raises a harder question, the one we'll explore next. If a country studies harder than almost anyone in the world, what is all that studying quietly costing the kids who do it?